Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTubers. This is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon, Flat Earth Homeland, and all the other good things I'm trying to get done. Ozark Plateau Remnant Relocation Association headquarters. So, things are going to happen. Things are changing. Things are going to change. I've always believed that. I've been encouraged recently, by two different sisters who are the reticular activation system. Sister Jubilee mentioned that. And another sister who is very, very good at speaking benedictions over people's lives. Yeah. Very, very, very blessed. So, I introduced them to each other. I think they could do well interacting and feeding off of each other's fire, sympathetic, sympathetic synergy, empathy. No. Actually, empathy in the sense of both of them are California girls, and both of them left their children to do what God the Father told them to do. They believe that He's told them to do, and I believe they're doing it. So, very gutsy, very faith, it takes faith. Messiah said, he that puts his hand to the plow and turns away is not fit for the kingdom of heaven. So I hate to think, but I think possible some people have done that. One guy left his parents to come out to help me. I mean, he did leave me with $450, yeah. And I told that story before, but he said you can do one of three things. You can spend it on yourself, you can give it to Bill, or you can buy a trailer with it for me in case I ever come out, or for someone else until they get here, like me, So anyway, that's money, part of the money that I put down on the trailer, but not before I gave it all to Bill. And Bill held it for quite a while and used it when he absolutely had to. Very good steward of money. In fact, I put it in an envelope, and I said, he had one foot across his knee. I said, put both of your feet on the floor. And he did, and I laid the envelope on the ground and walked out. So anyway, I entrusted it to him, and he kept enough that I was able to use it to make the down payment on the trailer. That now I desperately need I'm enough to find or get my old vacuum back, my rigid, or buy one, something. I'm not going to be able to do anything in that thing until I get it vacuumed out really, really meticulously, HEPA filtered in the whole 9 yards, because it's just right now it's hazardous. It's a slush fund hazmat site. I can't even go in it. Need to air it out for 10 years or so, or vacuum the hell out of it for a few days. Anyway, Fire 8, Bunny Trail. Yeah, well, that's just life. I'm tired and weird day. Okay, so sun and moon. People say that, the moon is rising in a different place than it used to. The sun is moving in a different place than it used to. Well, they rise and set in different places every single day. Hate to tell you. People suddenly like, I know that it used to come up over there and now it's coming up over here. Well, it moves gradually. The time changes, which is the point of here. I'm specifically looking at the moon here, but sunrise, you can pull these up yourself and just look them over. But sunrise 5:53, starting there 5:53 a.m., set 8:28. Moonrise 11:08 p.m., set 8:24 a.m. Now, up above there, June 6th is the last quarter. June 13th is new moon. Okay. June 20th is first quarter, and June 20th is full moon. So, if you drop down to number 6 there, all right, you'll see it's coming up at the sun. Let's deal with the moon. Make it easier. So last quarter, 1:37 a.m., 12, noon, basically coming up at after midnight and setting after noon. Now go to new moon, which is the 13th, and it is coming up at 6 o'clock in the morning, going down at 8:30 at night. Okay, so new moon, when you're looking for that first sliver, when is the new moon? When shall we see the new moon? You're looking for it at night, hanging down on the horizon, the setting, like where the sun sets. Okay, and they kind of sets pretty much about the same place that the sun sets, for the most part. But so that's why, when Messiah said, no man knows the day or the hour. Well, no man knows the day or the hour. That's the second coming is going to happen according to the unfulfilled feast time, tabernacles, which is a whole series of feasts, three feasts, Day of Trumpets, Day of Atonement, and then Tabernacles, 7 days, 8 days celebration for Tabernacles. So that first time, at the new moon, that's when that month starts, the 7th month. You're looking for the new moon. No man knows the day or the hour, so you have to be looking. You have to be awake. You have to be alert. You have to be cognizant that it's ballpark about the right time. And then when you're watching, watch ye therefore, for you know not the day or the hour. You have to watch. So, hey, hello. It would behoove us to, like I keep saying, to observe these things. Why was the sun and the moon and the stars put in the sky? The sun and the moon, for days, times and seasons, days and years. So it's how you keep track of time. Not with a clock, not with your internet, not with Jerusalem time, not with your phone or your tablet. Time, according to divine time, is by the sun and the moon. The appointed times, the Moedim, the month is according to the sun and the moon and the stars. So get a clue. We need to just get a clue. I'm not berating anybody. I'm just saying we all need to be learning. This is very hard for me, by the way. I've dealt with a couple thousand topics, and calendar is not one of my strong suits, shall we say. All right, so then let's go back to looking at the full moon. Let's just go to the full moon. So it's June 28th. And you'll see that the moon is rising at 9:04, setting it. So it's coming up right after dark, going down right before daylight. It's about, dusk and daylight. So look at the sun times, though. The sun sets at 8:37, moon comes up at 9:04. The day before, the sun is going down at 8:37, moon's coming up at 8:16. So there is your opposition. Sun goes down, moon comes up. Look at the day before that. Is that the case? No, it isn't. Sun goes down at 8:37, moon came up before the sun went down. So they're in the sky at the same time, but you don't have an opposition. So in other words, they're completely opposite. Sun goes down, moon comes up. Sun goes down, moon comes up for a few days there. But you're 8:30, 8:16, 27th, is that right? Sun goes down, no. The 28th is the sun goes down, then the moon comes up, okay? The 27th, the sun went down at 8:37. Before that, the moon came up before that. So 28th, bam, 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 full moon, okay? Basically, that's. I'm not going to belabor that, but look up some of these to get used to them. Lunar solar chart, that's what that is. Top left there. Lunar solar chart, that's for June. You can pull up every month, click up there in the top right there. March, year 2018. Oh, you can click March, whatever year you want and whatever month you want. This is for June 2018. You can see that in the top left, okay? And that fits what we've been looking at. So, moving right along 10 minutes, probably about all I want to cover, maybe for tonight. But start looking at that. Okay, I'm going to stop this one here just in case and check my memory so I don't blow it up. This is Jerry Diamond. If you're listening to this, you are the remnant. Take a look at this one real quick here, though. So here is June 2018, and you can see on Wednesday, you're about half. See, between the 6th and the 7th, I mean, and every one of these is going to be different, like I said. What time of day, what time are these readings taken, what area of the world, what hemisphere flat, where, what region, et cetera, what time frame, was this in Jerusalem, et cetera, Missouri. Just set your, your timer or your calendar or whatever for your zip, just use your zip code for your location. But the 6th you see waning gibbous, that means it's getting down, it's getting smaller, and you can see that on the 7th, it's just somewhere in between the 6th and the 7th there is exactly a quarter phase, where it's half lit up, half dark. 13th, you can see it's a new moon, dark, and then the 15th, you can see a crescent. Now that's, when do you see it? Say, now I'm guaranteeing you, back in 200 BC and 200 AD, they didn't go like, well, gee, what time did the rabbis in Jerusalem see the moon? Clickety, clickety, click, click, enter that into their database and get their answer. People are doing that today. What are they thinking? Who cares what the rabbis in Jerusalem saw or didn't saw? Didn't saw or didn't see. I just said that deliberately, but where you live is where you live. Where you live, the crops that you planted, your barley, as far as I'm concerned, this timing system was given to us, all of us who want to observe the correct times and seasons, days and years, all over the earth, over the breadth of the earth. Okay, so that's what it's there for. If you have to think that you got to check with Jerusalem, I'll tell you what, just lock your computer, turn it off for a whole month or maybe 2 months, maybe 6 months. Get rid of it. Get rid of your tablet, get rid of your phone. Get out and watch the moon every day. Look at the sun every day and learn something. It'll do you a whole lot more good than playing with your stupid phone or computer or tablet. I'm guaranteeing you. You will actually learn something. You're learning nothing. What time was it in, what did they do in Jerusalem? All right, so fiddly-dee, Millie. So the 15th, waxing crescent. Okay, so it's getting as of the 15th, and it's getting bigger. That's your first sliver that you can see here, in this case. Okay, so the new moon, 21st shows the first quarter, 28th full moon. So, in other words, according to this thing, it's kind of looking like Wednesday would continue to be the every 7 days. Whether that actually works out or not, I don't know. All right, that's it. I'm going to compare some other ones, but it'll get too confusing if I throw a whole bunch of them together at the same time, and I want to check the memory on this one. So, all right, this is Jerry Diamond. Thank you. Bye-bye.